Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Tuesday morning. Yes, I'm back to work. I'm back in the office. It's Tuesday morning. It is 2:42 in the a.m. and I believe it is the 26th of May. I want to talk about a couple little things that I've kind of withdrawn and given myself permission to think about, to contemplate on, to now pontificate on. The first being, I pulled back, got quiet, got still. The Bible says, be still and know. So I allow myself time to get still, or any of you who have parents from the South or grandparents from the South, most of us do. My dad used to say, be your butt still, and that's what I did. I allowed myself time and space to just be still. And a lot came to mind. First, I want to talk about the process of being still. That's heart, mind, soul, spirit, body. Just relax. I had given thought to just how much my job puts on me. And, I shared last week how tough the job is at times. And gone through quite a lot in less than a year. And then first and foremost was the death of a toddler. I can't get that out of my head, and I shouldn't, because that's one of the outcomes of what I do for a living. So that being said, I had to just get still. Then there was the death of a coworker. And again, that's part of what comes with this job. Then right across the hall, there was the killing of a colleague, because we deal with a population that is marginalized and a lot of times have untreated mental health issues. And this individual was murdered on the job. So I don't take what I do lightly. I can't afford to get caught slipping. I also know that somebody, when they enter into my office or are put on my caseload, they're coming with a whole lot of trust. So I have to be mindful of that as well. It's a tough job. But I want to talk about the individual who is a habitual line crosser, who violates, I want to say, personal boundaries and peace, and then want to indict and convict you when you protect your own peace. It's a form of narcissism. That's how I look at it. It's all about me, even in this setting. And then they want to say, you're moving funny. Absolutely. And I'll claim that all day, every day. I am definitely moving funny because I am protecting my peace. And the fact that you have no self-awareness and can't look at how you're disturbing the peace of the majority of people you encounter, to me, is appalling. How many times can you dismiss something as somebody else's fault or they're moving funny before you look at you being the common denominator in these issues. And a lot of times when relationships go left, turn sour, get ugly, get nasty, we fail to look at what we brought to the table to serve. And you've heard me say that. You've heard me say that early on when I first started recording, that I started recording as a result of COVID and a toxic connection that I wasn't aware of until I had time to get by myself as a result of COVID, to be still as a result of COVID, and to really return to my roots. I want you to think about that. The other day, someone told me that I am mean. And they said it half jokingly, but I know they meant it. It's like, you're mean for no reason. And I sat with that. And I looked at it. And I have to say that I'm going to say to the individual who said that I was mean, I have never, ever not helped or not shown up when you asked me to. I'm always present. Any other time, I'm protecting my peace. I don't have time or the inclination to deal with silly shit. Bottom line. And yes, I did say that word. What you detect as me is me protecting a boundary and really standing on that boundary. What you perceive as mean is me knowing that I am not going to extend myself attempting to help or save somebody who has not asked for help or salvation. Now, there's a difference of presenting a need and asking for help. There's a big difference. You may need it. But until you're in a life-threatening situation, and even then I have to think about, do you really want the help? Or am I going to get pulled into that vortex of your insanity? Knowing your boundaries and limitations can save you a whole lot of heartache, wasted energy, and I want to say time on your life. Because, if you think back to like old phone plans, we used to have rollover minutes. Well, I can save these till next month and I can use these all up and not have to really pay for we don't get that on life. There are no rollover minutes. Time is a precious commodity and currency. Spend it wisely.